Have you ever wondered what could have happened if the Third Crusade had ended differently? Imagine a world shaped by different outcomes, where the course of history swerved on the pivot of a single event, the Third Crusade. A chapter in the larger narrative of the Crusades, this period held immense influence over the future, shaping cultures, nations, and ideologies. As we delve into this rich tapestry of history, we ask ourselves, what if? Let's journey back in time to the 12th century, to the tumultuous era of the Third Crusade. Our tale begins in 1187, with the capture of Jerusalem by the Muslim forces under the leadership of Saladin. This event, a significant turning point, sent shockwaves through the Christian world. Jerusalem, the holy city, the heart of Christendom, had fallen into the hands of a formidable adversary. Saladin, a name that would forever be etched in the annals of history, led his forces with such strategic brilliance that the Kingdom of Jerusalem was unable to withstand the onslaught. The city's loss was a profound blow to the Christian world, a wound that would not heal easily or quickly. Upon hearing the news, a sense of urgency, a call to arms, swept across the European continent. In the Vatican, a man of faith and power, Pope Gregory VIII, was deeply moved by the fall of Jerusalem. He saw it not merely as a territorial loss, but as a spiritual crisis that demanded an immediate response. With great conviction, he issued a papal bull, Audita Tremendi, calling for a grand crusade to reclaim the holy city. His call stirred the hearts of many, from the mightiest of kings to the humblest of peasants. It was a rallying cry that transcended borders and languages, a call to arms that echoed in the halls of power, in market squares and in humble homes. It was a call that would lead to one of the most significant and tumultuous periods in history. The Pope's words ignited a flame of determination and resolve across Europe. Leaders like Richard the Lionheart of England, Philip Augustus of France, and Frederick Barbarossa of the Holy Roman Empire heeded the call and began preparations for a journey to the Holy Land. It was a monumental task, one that required strategic planning, extensive resources, and an unwavering commitment. Thus, the stage was set for the Third Crusade, a war that would shape the destiny of two civilizations. The Christian and Muslim worlds were on a collision course, and the outcome of this clash would reverberate through the centuries to come. The lion was awakening, and the world was about to witness a crusade like no other. Enter the Crusaders: King Richard I of England, King Philip II of France, and Emperor Frederick Barbarossa of the Holy Roman Empire. These men, each a titan of his respective realm, stood at the helm of the Third Crusade, their eyes locked on the Holy Land. King Richard, known as Richard the Lionheart, was a formidable warrior, his reputation preceding him across the continents. His valor and strategic genius were the backbone of the crusade. King Philip II of France, the astute diplomat, was a master of alliances and political maneuvering. His ability to unite and command the disparate factions of the crusade was crucial to its progress. Emperor Frederick Barbarossa, the seasoned veteran, was the oldest of the three. His decades of experience in warfare provided the Crusaders with invaluable guidance. Their journey to the Holy Land was fraught with obstacles. King Richard faced rebellion at home and had to quell the dissent before he could embark on the crusade. His fleet was scattered by a storm, forcing him to regroup before he could continue. Philip II, on the other hand, faced the challenge of maintaining unity among the French nobles, many of whom had their own agendas. His diplomatic skills were put to the test as he navigated these treacherous political waters. Frederick Barbarossa's journey was the most perilous. His route through the treacherous terrain of Anatolia claimed the lives of many of his men. The ultimate blow came when Barbarossa himself drowned in a river, sending shockwaves through the Crusader ranks. Yet despite these setbacks, they remained undeterred. Their resolve was as unyielding as the steel of their swords. Each hurdle, each setback only steeled their determination to reclaim the Holy Land. They were driven by a potent mix of religious fervor, political ambition, and personal glory. Their journey was not just a military campaign but a pilgrimage, a testament to their unwavering faith and iron will. Despite the odds, the Crusaders pressed on, their sights set on Jerusalem. The Crusaders faced formidable opposition, but they were not to be deterred. As the Third Crusade unfurled, it was marked by significant battles, each leaving an indelible imprint on the annals of history. One of the most pivotal confrontations was the Siege of Acre. It was a protracted struggle, a test of endurance and resilience. The Crusaders, under the command of King Richard the Lionheart and King Philip of France, laid siege to the city, a stronghold of the Ayyubid Sultan Saladin. For 2 long years the city's walls stood steadfast against the relentless onslaught. The Crusaders, however, were dogged in their pursuit. Their perseverance eventually paid off, and the city capitulated, marking a significant victory for the Crusaders. Another key battle that shaped the trajectory of the Crusade was the Battle of Arsuf. The Crusaders, now under the sole command of Richard the Lionheart, faced off against Saladin's forces. Richard, a seasoned warrior, used a tactic that was as unconventional as it was effective. He waited for the enemy to exhaust their missile attack before launching a full-scale offensive. His strategy paid off, and the Crusaders emerged victorious, gaining a strategic advantage over Saladin's forces. Yet these victories were not without their cost. Both sides suffered heavy losses, and the Crusaders' progress was slowed by the need to consolidate their gains and replenish their ranks. Moreover, the victories did little to break Saladin's resolve. His forces regrouped and continued to resist the Crusaders' advance, ensuring that the Third Crusade was far from a foregone conclusion. These battles were not just about territory or power. They were a clash of ideologies, of faiths, and of civilizations. They were a testament to the human spirit, to our capacity for courage, endurance, and sacrifice. The Crusaders had won some battles, but the war was far from over. The Third Crusade, like all wars, had to come to an end. And so in the year of 1192 we find the protagonists of our tale, Richard the Lionheart of England and Saladin, the Sultan of Egypt and Syria, negotiating the terms of peace under the hot sun of Jaffa. The Treaty of Jaffa, as it came to be known, was a careful dance of diplomacy and compromise. Richard, ever the warrior, wished to secure Christian access to the Holy Land, while Saladin, the chivalrous opponent, sought to preserve Muslim control of Jerusalem. The resulting truce was a delicate balance, a testament to the art of negotiation. Under the terms of the treaty, Jerusalem would remain under Muslim control, but Christian pilgrims would be allowed to visit the city without hindrance. The coastal cities of the Levant, from Tyre to Jaffa, would remain in Crusader hands, forming a buffer zone between the Muslim heartland and the Mediterranean Sea. But peace treaties, like all things, have consequences. For the Crusaders, the Treaty of Jaffa was a bitter pill to swallow. They had set out to reclaim Jerusalem for Christendom, but had to settle for a mere access. Yet the treaty also brought relief. The endless battles, the loss of men and resources could finally come to a halt. For the Muslim forces, the treaty was seen as a success. Saladin, the hero of Islam, had managed to keep Jerusalem in Muslim hands. However, the concession of the coastal cities was a strategic loss, a thorn in the side of the Muslim world. Despite its imperfections, the Treaty of Jaffa marked the end of the Third Crusade. It was a truce born out of necessity, out of the understanding that neither side could achieve a complete victory. The treaty was a testament to the complexities of war and peace, a reminder that even in the throes of conflict, compromise is possible. And so, the Third Crusade ended not with a decisive victory but with a truce. The echoes of the Third Crusade can still be heard today. This monumental event in history left an indelible mark on both the Middle East and Europe. Its ripples continue to shape the dynamics of these regions, especially in the context of Christian-Muslim relations. The Third Crusade, often dubbed as the King's Crusade, was a significant turning point in the annals of religious warfare. In its wake, a newfound respect emerged between the Christian and Muslim leaders. This nuanced understanding led to a period of relative peace and opened channels for diplomacy and negotiation, a stark contrast to the brutal warfare that had reigned before. Despite the Crusades' failure to reclaim Jerusalem, the Christians retained a strong foothold in the Middle East, particularly along the coastline. This sustained presence allowed for the establishment of robust trade links between Europe and the Middle East, fostering cultural exchange and economic growth. However, the legacy isn't entirely rosy. The Third Crusade also left a trail of deep-seated mistrust and hostility between Christians and Muslims, a divide that has echoed through the centuries. This tension, born in the fires of the Crusades, continues to fuel conflicts and misunderstandings in our present day. The Third Crusade, a chapter of history that continues to resonate in our world today. It's a testament to the undeniable power of the past in shaping our present and influencing our future.